We're continuing on with second phase of our beginning trail. We've kind of done a little bit of walk and jog over poles and through the squares and corners and stuff. And we're going to go to like just our bridge and a gate to get started and try to give you some helpful hints with that. So
if you're starting this and you didn't watch the log one first, this is a green horse. He's a show horse. I mean, he's a rail horse and a pattern horse, but he's really green at trail. And we're wanting to show you what to expect. I mean, we don't want to bring a horse out here that knows all these obstacles. We want to show you what to expect when a horse is looking for you for their confidence and their direction, instead of just point me at an obstacle, I know what to do.
Right. No, and Julie's right. He is a senior horse, 6 or 7 years old, and he's an all-around. He's a good hunt seat horse, good Western horse, horsemanship and eck, pretty broke's got all the maneuvers, all the body control, and just to try to complete his maximize the events he can compete in, we're adding trails. So I'm going to walk around here and we're going to start at the bridge. If you notice, we've just got a piece of plywood here.
Make sure it's a substantial piece of plywood, because you don't want your horse's front feet to go through it. So don't go pick a 3/8 inch piece of plywood.
Right. This is a 3/4 inch of OSB board, and it's got a 1x3 frame around it and two cross pieces, so it doesn't have much give to it. So on my outside, we give you an idea, Julie. In the previous one, we talked about a lot of this is landscape timber stuff you can buy real inexpensively. I buy a lot of my stuff on Marketplace. I bought outside. I didn't bring any of them in. I bought pier sections. They've upgraded wood ones to aluminum. They're still very good. They're 4 foot wide and 10 or 12 foot long, and they make great bridges. And I don't think I bought any of them for over $20. And they're really, really nice. But in here, when we're indoors and need to move stuff around on a regular basis, we just chose to do this. So this is Eli. So Eli's going to, he has no real fear because he has been a show horse and's done lots of things. But I'm going to kind of just walk up here. All right, so now he wants to look at it, wants to smell it. Let him do that till he gets comfortable. You ready, bud? I'm going to ask again for him to walk over. He's wanting to be a little tentative. I don't know if you can see his back legs. He's dropped his back a little bit. Do I really want to walk over this?
And there's nothing wrong if you're having trouble getting your horse over the bridge. There is nothing wrong with turning it into a half showmanship lesson and walk your horse over that obstacle without a person on it, so that A, they learn to trust that you're putting them in a safe place, and B, it's no longer big and scary. But fighting with them on their back just creates a mess.
You got to encourage participation. There he's wanting to hesitate again, smell. It's okay. Last time he surged over it and he wanted to veer off to the end of it. So I'm going to walk around my cone here, give him plenty of room, get him straight over it again. And you're going to want to do this 3 or 4 or 5 times till they get comfortable and just go. Now, I corrected him because he's not paying attention to what's in front of him. He was ready to just bolt over it. Is okay, I'm bored. I've done this enough. So now I brought him up here. I'm closing, I'm tugging on his face a little bit, ask him to put it down, kind of pick his way across. Now I'm going to do, if he was really hesitant, I'm going to do my little cloverleaf thing again. I'm going to go across the side, make it not so long, not as intimidating. You know, you're starting to see, if you're following these, I do this a lot in everything. Across, back over it. I'll change directions. And it's okay to use two hands while you're teaching. This is not having to be perfect. Make and keep things simple for the horse and for yourself. You don't want to start out with a 10-foot L shape with a log over it to teach them how to start. You know, I've got those set up. I can make zigzags and several logs to pick over and stuff. Don't intimidate your horse. Don't make them scared, and be patient. I can't press that enough. Be patient. So that's enough on that. I hope that gives you some idea. We're going to do the gait here. There's 4 ways to do a gait: right hand, left hand, walk through, and back through. There's only 4 ways you can do a gait that I've come up with. We're going to show you 2 of them. And again, Eli is a little bit more broke than some horses we start out on trail. He knows how to side pass. He's got the body control. I can control his shoulders and stuff. The gate itself is 2 30-gallon barrels with about a foot of dirt so they don't tip over. The 2x4 nailed in the top with a hole in it and PVC sticking up. I can take the rope. I can move them anywhere in this arena, outdoors. They're not going to get hurt on it. You can't break the gate. And they're very safe but very versatile. So we'll just start right up. I start from the very beginning on how to approach the gate. I'll start this one over because I don't start this far away. It's again, he's still a little green at this, but he's getting this gate down. This is not scary for him. Again, we're using a rope gate, nothing flashy, no streamers, you know, just a basic rope gate, something that's not going to scare them, that they're going to shy from. You know, I start out not letting him bite it. You know, he's wanting to chew on it and stuff. So we're going to walk up here.
Brent is going to be doing what we call a right hand gait.
Whoa, bud.
Because he's going to manipulate the actual rope with his right hand. So he doesn't have to switch his rein hands.
So you notice when I come up here, he was a little tentative. He wanted to go over here, wanted to go there, wasn't sure how far to go forward. You want to put yourself in a position to do this easily. So, and again, I'm just like in the box when we talked about that one, patience, pet him, let him learn here, sit here, gain some confidence. Okay, what are we doing next? You know, this isn't scary. Don't make things scary. So I'm going to lean over, pick up the rope, and I'm still not going to move. I'm going to rub this on him up here. I'm going to rub it on his butt. You know, I'm going to flip it out here. Now, I'm cheating a little bit for those of you with a young horse. He's been doing this for a week or 2. So he's over any fear. Having experience being shown and stuff, he didn't have much to begin with.
And especially if you're with a green horse, don't be stoic and be like, I'm not going to let go of that rope.
Right.
If you're getting at a point to where you're going to pull over the gate or you're going to get it caught on your stirrup and this is going to go south real fast, let go. It's better off to let that happen than you are to all of a sudden let it go really bad. And now you have got a scared horse of this obstacle.
Right, exactly. Good point, Julie. So I back a step or two and wait, hesitate. Puff, puff, smoke that cigarette. Stop, back, step and stop. All right, so now I'm in the middle. I've got his shoulder just a tiny bit past the middle of the gate, okay? So this is where it's important to have all the body control. I'm doing a little forehand turn. He's sleeping on me. Come on, bud. So I want to get straight to walk through the gate, okay? I don't want to risk every time I hit that, his tail hits it, the gate, the pole, whatever, the standard, whatever they're using, that's a 1-point penalty. So I want to maximize my opportunity to minimize my penalties, and I want to make this a credit earning situation, not a penalty situation. So I get him where he's straight through here. I walk through to where his butt is in the middle of it. I move his shoulders over, move his hip over a little bit, and I end up right parallel to the gate. Okay, I'm not going to have to reach very far. And I just lift up and stop and step. I close my left leg so he stays close. He doesn't want to back away the gate. Step and stop. Whoa. To where it's easy for me to close that gate, and I've completed it. And I've not caused any trauma, instilled any fear in my horse. I pet them a lot, give them praise, let them know they did a good job.
And if you, Brent talked about the body control. If you cannot make your horse swing its hind quarter off of your leg,
forehand turns,
or do forehand turns, do not get frustrated with the fact that your gait practicing goes south or goes bad, because you have to be able to maneuver a 1,200-pound animal through there at exactly where you need their body to be. And when your horse won't side pass close up to the gate so that you can get close to picking that up carefully, whose fault is that? That is that you were not prepared to start this obstacle to begin with. So if the gate practice goes bad, you really need to go back to some other basics before you go back to the gate.
So we're going to show you, that was the right-hand gate we just completed. We're going to show you the left-hand gate, and I ride with my left hand. So I'm going to show you what in my mind is the correct way to change hands. Come here, bud. We're going to walk up just like I did on the other one. 2 hands, get him in a correct position. Don't let him learn to make bad ways. Okay? And this is where it's one of the very few times that you're in a position or allowed to change hands. So I was taught to change the bite of my reins to the other side. And here's a little trick, okay? So I've got my rein length exactly where I want it, okay? I'm going to move the bite of the reins. I'm going to take my right hand and put it right in front of my left hand, and I've got the same amount of rein control. I've got the same length of reins. I didn't have to correct anything. So I'm going to pick up the rope, and again, here, rub over him, let him know that this is all okay. And this should not be a problem if we've done our sacking out as yearlings and 2-year-olds and got them desensitized. But So I'm going to back, step and stop, slow. He's anticipating. You can already see that, he knows what's supposed to happen next. He's telling on me. I've let him speed this up. You don't really want to show this slow and do it this methodical. Remember, this is training and trying to show you a way that you can teach your horse all this. So now I'm going to turn his head, move his hip over. I'm straight through there. I want him to learn to wait. He's waiting too long. He's telling me, let's go. I want to get this over with. So that's where you're wanting to, be a little bit more patient. No, it's also feeding time here at the barn. That's the activity going on about 20 feet away. So I'm being a little unfair to him, but he's got to learn. There, he relaxed, licked his lips. He said, okay, I'll wait. Now I'm going to walk forward a step or two. Whoa. I'm even in the plane of the gate. I'll walk one more step to where his hips are in the middle of it, and I'll move his shoulders over. And if you need to use two hands, don't let go of the rope to it. You can pick your reins up and still hold on to the rope. Step and stop.
And I'm certain you can see on the video as you watch Brent's right leg, he's snugged it up against the barrel of Eli to make sure it's what I refer to as he's closed the gate. He's put a gate up against Eli's right side so that Eli can't escape and continue to go further and further away from that gate. He closes the limited area that he's allowing Eli to maneuver through. And you can see that with Brent's leg in this video.
Now I'm getting in a position so you can see how when I put my reins back, remember I changed them. I ride with my left hand and I changed to my right for the trail. And I had my hand here, put my finger in front of it. So I just reversed the process. I moved the bite of the rein back to my left side. I put my finger behind my left hand was behind to begin with. I put my right hand in front. I put it right back to where it come from, and I'm right back to where, same amount of, and nobody noticed it. There was, the judges, wow, he didn't have to readjust his reins, wow, how did he do that? And it's just an opportunity to make that impression you've made to the judge that much better.
And you should return your reins to the hand that you were doing the majority of your patterning.
You can switch
correct?
hands. You can't. You got to switch back. You can only do switch for the gate maneuver. You can't. Once you've changed, you can't ride the rest of the pattern that way. You've got to go back to how you started the pattern. So.
Okay, well, now we've shown you two more obstacles for trail. We will be coming back with weekly updates and giving you
every 2 weeks.
Every weekly or every 2 weeks, additional obstacles and additional
ideas
that you need to work on. But remember, you've got to crawl before you walk. And we're giving you the basics of starting your horse out to where you and your animal are both going to like trail. So we hope you enjoyed this. If you do, look for more on YouTube on our channel. We hope you subscribe to us and
follow us.
And follow us and enjoy the journey that we're going down to try to help beginners in many of the different disciplines in showing horses. Thanks.
Have a great day.